Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative, speaking to Nour Jude Assaf about season 3 of Ghostwriter on AppleTV+. Welcome to the show, man. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's pretty crazy because I feel like there's a lot of kind of elements and components about Ghostwriter that's great for the whole family. Is there one element that kind of stands out to you besides the mystery? Because I feel like that's obvious. But is there anything else that you love the most about this show element-wise?
Yeah, totally. Aside all the mystery and the magic, I had an element that I really liked about the show that are not really included in many other series or movies, is the element of showing these real world issues that happen in the world, racism and the experience and struggling journey of refugees. I really like that. And it really stood out to me.
Absolutely. It's crazy. It's already season 3 of Ghostwriter, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, if you haven't tuned in yet, the last 2 seasons are actually a different cast. And this season is a completely new cast.
And did you see that as kind of a unique opportunity for you where there's familiarity but unfamiliarity because people watch Ghostwriter and know the feel of it and everything, but it's going to be a whole new world, whole new cast? Is that something you thought of as well, when you were cast?
Yeah, honestly, I liked it because not many shows have that. So I feel like when fans return for season 3, they see, a new cast, and it intrigues them. So I thought that was pretty cool.
You play Samir.
Yeah, correct.
And what is it about this character that kind of really popped out to you on the page when you were reading the scripts? Is there anything specifically about this character you enjoyed?
Yeah, so Samir, he's kind of between Nia and Charlie. He's kind of the mom of the group. He sets everything in the middle. He plans everything, and he always gets in between arguments and stops them. He's a positive and calm character, but he has a side to him.
He does. And do you notice that there's a combination of because I think the two things is the mystery and this show it has some funny moments in it. It's got the laughs. Do you notice that balance as well? The mystery and the funny and the heartwarming aspect of it too when you're reading the scripts for it?
Yeah, I really like that as well. I feel like fans, and especially children, how it appeals to a younger audience. I think that'll really intrigue them and keep them watching, Aside from that, there's also the suspense factor. So
yeah,
it's cool.
Do you notice that you're working on basically a genre-bending show? It's pretty crazy. There's so many genres in one, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. But I think that's really unique about the show, and I think that's what people will like.
Yeah. 100%. And, season 3 dropped at the end of October, right before Halloween. What's that been like, too, where it's a cool thing because I feel like the shelf life and longevity of the show, it's cool for spooky season, but it's got enough kind of heartwarming, feel-good moments that you could watch around the holidays. Do you think about that there's going to be a bunch of months where people can watch it? It's pretty cool, right?
Always, yeah. I think the production really... they had some good studies about that because, the mystery and the magic aspect relate to Halloween, the spooky season. And then also there's that heartwarming family feeling that everybody can relate to. And I feel like parents would want their children to watch something like that.
Part A, Part B question for you, Nour. How much did you know, A, about the original Ghostwriter? And B, because it's fitting, how much did you know about the Wizard of the Oz? How much did you know about that? Okay. Because spoiler alert, that might or might not have to do with season 3 of Ghostwriter.
So when I first got the audition and I got the script, I was pretty intrigued, but I had no idea what the show could be about.
Yeah.
And once I got the call back and once I got the avail and I was, meeting up with the possible castmates, we all did our own digging. And then I found out I got cast and I was like, Ghostwriter, that sounds familiar. So I told my brother, I told my family, my brother, he's older than me, and my older cousins and my uncles and aunts. And I told them I was cast and I said Ghostwriter. And they all went, "What?" I was
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It was super awesome and popular. Absolutely.
yeah, like, but for me, I had no idea what it was. And when I did my digging, I was like, huh, that is awesome. And like all these like super weird characters, and you can see them kind of like relating to in the season 3.
Yeah. And Wizard of Oz, which
Mhm.
is a part of like a big part of season 3,
Yeah.
basically.
So,
Everyone knows that, you know what I mean?
okay, no hate for this, but I've actually never read The Wizard of Oz, but I've watched the movie multiple times.
No, but like I feel like it's that type of like body of work that people like at least know of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Can
I
you
really
imagine? Like you've heard of Wizard of Oz.
I'm pretty sure like everyone's heard of Wizard of Oz, but I think like starting off the season with that is pretty cool because like everyone knows the Wizard of Oz.
When did you okay, so when you were cast for this,
Mhm.
how much did you know about like the meat and potatoes of like what was gonna happen in the show? Like you obviously get kind of like enough information about Samir and everything, but like do you know about like the storylines, or is it only when you kind of get on set, read the scripts? Like how much do you know early on about season 3 of Ghostwriter?
Yeah, so Ghostwriter was actually filmed in Canada. So when me and the castmates flew out from LA,
Was it
they didn't,
Vancouver?
in Toronto.
Toronto, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So we didn't get the full script, and I actually kind of like that because like going on filming and every day we get new scripts and of course we've read the rough draft of the script to get
Yeah, absolutely.
meat and potatoes, but they actually turned out to they didn't tell us the ending. And when it got to like those last couple of days of shooting, we were so surprised. Like me and the castmates, we were doing a cold read on Zoom, and we read the ending together. We were all looking down at our papers, and then we just all looked up and we're, what? So yeah, it was awesome. I love the ending of the show.
I feel like, man, you want to hear the craziest thing? I don't think I could ever do that because you and your family are probably like, are you a big TV guy, movie guy? Like you probably watch a lot of TV and movie when you can,
Yeah,
basically, yeah.
every weekend night, with my family.
So some people have done this. I don't think I could do this. This is hardcore. So people would watch like, let's say it's like season 4 of a show. They'll watch like every episode except the finale of season 4. And then when season 5 comes out, they'll watch they'll do back to back the finale of season 4 and then right away the premiere of season 5.
Okay, yeah, that's weird. Like I've never done that.
That's
I've never done that.
hardcore.
Yeah, like how can you watch the whole season and that's all leading up to that
Until one
ending
episode and you wait.
and then you
And
just
sometimes you're
go off.
waiting a long time because we know how sometimes seasons
Yeah.
like season 1, season 2 is a big break sometimes.
Yeah. So what I do when that happens, with that like big break, I kind of forget what happened in the past season. So like I mean I don't leave the episode and just don't watch it. I go back and rewatch it just to refresh my mind.
So like those like previously on the season of this, those are the best, right? Yeah,
Sure. Yeah. I feel like sometimes it's not enough though. Like you just need the full episode to get back into like the aspect of the show.
100%. Was there like a specific like body of work, like movie or TV show growing up when you were kind of deciding about getting into acting and storytelling that you watched and you were like, I want to do something like this one day? Like specifically, is there a movie or TV show that comes to mind?
Yeah, so when I truly decided I wanted to, go into acting, I was actually in the kitchen with my mom. She was cooking me some food and I was watching Jessie, and which is now Bunked on Disney.
Yes.
And I've always brought it up to her in the past, like what do you think if I went into acting? And I was always encouraged ever since I was young. I was watching Jessie, and that show has always inspired to me become like my favorite actors as well, and it's just portrayed in such an awesome way.
Oh, so crazy. Yeah. Peyton List, who's on Cobra
Yeah.
Kai now.
Yeah, like that's awesome. See, all these actors that I used to watch now, like they're just big time stars now, even back then.
Yeah, it's really, really cool to see that as well. I also find it interesting as well because obviously Nour Jude Assaf goes where the opportunities are and everything, but getting back to what we were saying about kind of the genre bending component of Ghostwriter, I feel like it's really cool to be thrown in the world where you're like the world of Ghostwriter, where you're thrown all these kind of obstacles, right? Like your characters involved with funny moments, heartfelt moments, suspenseful moments. Does it feel kind of almost like a really cool acting exercise, like being in a genre bending show?
Yeah, I feel like for all three of us main actors, I feel like it really helped us. And especially for me, this being my first lead in a series regular, it really helped me. And I feel like it will for sure guide me in the future as an experience because it helped me grow and learn.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
And season 3 of Ghostwriter is available now on Apple TV Plus, if they haven't checked it out. What's it like being part of the Apple TV Plus like family, so to speak? Because they're putting out some unbelievable content all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure. When I first got cast, I haven't really watched anything on Apple TV, but I started watching some shows and movies, and it's awesome, especially with such a short period of time.
Yep.
They've been out and they've already made history. So throughout the whole process, they've made us feel so appreciative and grateful. So I'm so thankful for them.
Absolutely. Nour, thank you for joining me on Popternative. It was so great chatting with you.
Thank you so much. It was awesome.
Yeah, season 3, Apple TV Plus, Ghostwriter. Your Instagram account, is it just your name? Is it just Nour Jude Assaf?
It's Nour.Jude.
Perfect. So they could check that out. I'm sure there might be some cool behind the scenes and
for sure.
Yeah.
I just posted like a slideshow of my favorite stills from each episode. So
that's
you guys
amazing. Yeah, you've been pretty busy. You were on the press junket, and I've been on the other side of those as the interviewer, and like you're talking to a lot of people in one day. Like
Thank you, man. It's awesome. I'm always so grateful.
no problem. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. You're going to be able to, if you haven't already, to catch Nour Jude Assaf as Samir in season 3 of Ghostwriter on Apple TV Plus. Until next time, this is Nour and PD Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.